me, sports can never really be independent of politics. Sports is a prism, it's through which society is viewed, and a very convenient messaging tool. It's always been this way. You go back to ancient Greco-Roman times, the city of Sparta used sports as a way to project power. Obviously, Roman emperors used gladiators in the Colosseum to project power. You look at the modern Olympic movement, whereby initially, when there was hostilities between France and Germany, when the Olympics first started in the late 1800s, you had to sort of convince them to play together. Obviously, there was the politics around the Berlin Olympics in '36. And then in 1980, the US boycotted the Moscow Olympic Games, and then the Soviets boycotted the LA Games in '84. Within football itself, you have the '78 World Cup in Argentina, which was heavily couched in politics. We've seen the political theater around the 2026 World Cup already, with Gianni Infantino basically taking every photo op he can at the White House. And of course, within cricket itself, politics has worked hand in hand. Remember, in the '96 World Cup, Australia and the West Indies refused to go to Sri Lanka at the behest of their governments. England didn't go to Zimbabwe in 2003. Those decisions were okayed at the time by the ICC. Pakistan did play a World Cup, 50-over World Cup in India. We, of course, remember that match in Ahmedabad. India, of course, more recently declined to play Champions Trophy games in Pakistan. And the BCCI was very quick at the time to mention that this was at the behest of the government. And so the decision today is also not by the PCP, it's at the behest of the Pakistani government. But it is a halfway house decision, because it's a decision not to boycott India, but to just simply forfeit the group stage game on February the 15th. And I say it's not a boycott because if Pakistan should reach a semifinal or a final against India, they will absolutely play that game. Because one, the chance to win; two, because that game will, of course, be in Sri Lanka. Financial ramifications are pending, but I don't think the financial ramifications are important at this stage. The finances and the view of finances are the way finances have been looked at by the ICC has always been farcical. The ICC isn't concerned about sporting integrity. They never have been. Pakistan and India don't play World Test Championship games against each other, and they don't play bilaterals. The ICC is perfectly happy with that. Both boards are perfectly happy with that, as long as the cash cow of group stages in ICC events go forth. And so that's the Faustian bargain that the ICC made, and it's come back to bite them. The bigger picture needs fixing, of course. It's the centralization of too much power in cricket within the BCCI, the politics that now in cricket has basically engulfed it. You look at the decision to basically not allow Bangladesh to make decisions that were similar to what Australia and the West Indies made, similar to what England's made, similar to what India and Pakistan have made, and to remove them completely from the World Cup. And then more importantly, I do think you need a cooling of the politics around cricket for India and Pakistan itself. They play other sporting events against each other. They tour each other's countries for other sports. Cricket should be no different. But this is where we are. It'll be interesting to see where things go. I'm not surprised at the decision, but it certainly is not a boycott. One last thing I will add is that this decision today should not be just viewed by cricket fans as a India versus Pakistan thing. This is a decision that will affect every cricket fan and every associate member and full member of the ICC. Because if India and Pakistan stop playing ICC matches at ICC events that are guaranteed, it'll materially affect every future broadcast rights fee, and potentially even the current broadcast rights fee, depending on what the contractual terms are. What is the appetite for watching international cricket matches if you don't have India and Pakistan playing? That's 2 billion consumers who won't get the match that they basically long for. What is the appetite for broadcasters to then pay the fees that they have been paying if you don't get that guaranteed game? there are ramifications for this long term that may hit the sport, and it goes back to my initial point that these are decisions that cricket has to make. It's been politicized too long, and the power structure has become too centralized within the BCCI. And you need a broader argument on the future and the health of the sport.